Welcome everyone to Monday Night Live!
It's a Monday, it's not a fun day. Holy Week is just beginning. So start it off right. With the wicked I was scared before I was.
Hello!
I was confused.
Hello! Yes, I'm here to announce that I will be stepping down as host. And, Just could you at least let me finish the sentence?
Sorry.
My God, if I want to be treated like that, I'll go talk to Rachel.
True.
So,
She's not here. So
yeah,
substitute.
Happy Mother's Day. I got the kids. The other one's watching Gremlins for the 48th time. Hey, bud. So, in case you didn't know, this is Felix, and this is Monday Night Live, episode 12, May 13th, 2019. How you doing, man? You can read your book. It's fine. It's fine.
Pretend we're not even here.
I won't tell anybody that you can't actually read. Look, lying. So, I am lying. He can't read. Sorry. I have to be honest with my audience or they won't respect me. This is my audience. Alright, so, yes, it is Monday, May 13th, 2019, episode 12. We got a big show going on. Let's give everybody a hand, especially our music man, Mr. Drew Bumpus. Yeah. Alright. Okay, your chair's over there.
Alright, see you later.
Love you. Let's see here. Tonight we're going to be talking to Steven Metters from Replays over in Muscle Shoals. One of my favorite stores because where else can I go spend $10 and bring home like 14 movies? Best place ever. You got to get over there. We'll talk to him later. We already said hi to Drew. This is sort of my co-host for tonight, but he doesn't talk a lot. So I'm going to switch sides, okay? And then the big scary man's going to come sit too. That cool with you? Perfect. Let's introduce our real co-host, Stefan Passmore. Yay!
Hey!
You know this work?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the child.
Yes, this is the grown man suffering allergies.
I can't tell them apart most of the time.
Similar senses of humor. Works well with our new gift from Rachel, actually. We got
Really?
it. Yeah.
Oh, we're high class
I
now,
know, right?
Ross. Will you look at that?
I'm all
We're
over.
foul language at the bottom.
We could like
It's
rearrange.
Rachel.
We could change that to Monday Night Vile if we wanted to.
Monday
We're
Night
Monday
Evil.
Night Vile.
We could be Monday Night Evil.
We could be Monday Night Evil. Let's just do that real
I
quick.
should not have pointed out that there was
We
any
could be,
toy
I
back
dropped the
here.
V. There's Monday. Anyway, you go ahead. I'm making words.
Okay, are you doing good, Stefan? You
I'm
happy
doing
over
great.
there?
I'm having.
I'm gonna order some extra
playing with
letters. And
letters.
we're gonna have the full marquee. I didn't have enough E's
I'm
for
gonna teach.
Steven's
I'm gonna
name.
teach my nephew how to spell. See, look, evil, EVIL. Monday night. That was a great idea. Thank you. I'm a great influence on these children. I really am.
Again.
Let's just put this back.
Again, Rachel. You good? Life good?
Life is wonderful.
Everything good with you?
I can't really complain. I mean, I could, but who cares?
Yeah, nobody listens.
Nobody.
Let's talk a little pop culture, shall we?
That's not it, is it?
It's Monday.
It's been 2 weeks. All around the internet, they go with lots of stories, so they can present to you pop culture roundup.
Yay!
Was that cool? You want to do that now? You want to be just like Drew when you grow up, don't you?
When I pull out my guitar, he just runs the other way.
Really? Well, you're not good at it.
Also true. So, there's a lot going on in pop culture. I don't know that any of these stories are particularly deep, but there's a lot to get to. Hulu announcing 2 new Marvel shows, Ghost Rider and Hellstrom. I know you have some issues because it's not your favorite Ghost
It's not.
Rider.
I'm sorry. I don't like Robbie Reyes. I mean, I'll probably watch it. Actually, I may not. I don't have Hulu. I might go over to a friend's house who has Hulu and watch the first episode just to see. But I'm gonna hate watching. I don't like Robbie Reyes.
How'd you feel about Robbie Reyes on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Actually, you know what? I would have preferred Johnny Blaze. I would even have accepted Danny Ketch. But to be, if
the
I'm
guy
being
from
completely honest,
Supernatural?
Danny Ketch is the other Ghost Rider.
I don't
Johnny
know.
Blaze,
There
Danny
are.
Ketch, Robbie Reyes in that order. But and that would have been fine. But if I'm being totally honest, I wasn't happy about Robbie Reyes being in there. but I accepted him by the end of his story arc. I was like, you know what, this guy, this iteration, I can live with. I can deal with it.
Well, it's the same guy.
No, but it's the interpretation of the character. They took a lot of what was out in the comic books out for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They took a lot of that out.
Okay, all right.
And they took out the stuff that I didn't like, so that made him tolerable.
So there's a show coming. Stefan's not watching, but you can make up your own mind.
If you think it's good, you can email me at Stefan.
Stefan@wickets. No. What about Hellstrom? What do you know about him?
I don't know the first thing about Hellstrom. Isn't that a video game?
No, Hellstrom.
Simpsons, yeah.
All I know is Son of Satan.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never read those.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Well, that's happening at Hulu, where they're apparently hosting the more adult Marvel shows, except for Runaways. I guess I don't know, but I've watched 2 seasons of Runaways. It's not bad. I like dinosaurs. According to The Wrap, Michael Rooker set to portray King Shark in James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I'm glad that they went ahead and that they're doing the Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
And I don't really have any thoughts about King Shark other than he's one of the sort of campier, I think,
Definitely.
C-list villains. But
I get what you did.
C-list.
S-E-A.
Yeah.
C-list.
But
Shark.
I don't know.
Sharks are in the sea.
I'm gonna go see it. But I didn't hate the first one. Everybody else hated the first one. I didn't hate the first one. I didn't even hate Jared Leto as the Joker.
Well,
I didn't hate him. Sorry, you can hate me if you want to. I didn't hate him. I
really
didn't love him, but I didn't hate him.
I wish we had Al Borland's thing. That's Stefan at wickets.com. That's exactly what we need.
Send your hate mail too.
Speaking of hate mail, how about Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh, you know what? That is so classic. Is that not great? That's the power of social media when you can shame a movie studio into going back in post and fixing their main character. You know, I mean, not to mention the fact that how easy that must have been to do.
Oh, there's no telling how many millions that cost them.
Well, I mean, yeah, but time-wise, it was fairly easy to do.
In theory, yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog, the first trailer was released. Ben Schwartz, who's been on a couple of shows I've really enjoyed, is the voice of Sonic. They released the first trailer, and nobody gets 2 seconds into it before they go, "What's wrong with Sonic?" Because he doesn't look like the video game. Most of them, I mean, kind of resemble, but don't exactly. So I worry. You said the power of social media.
Well, hey, man.
I think this is a problem with just feeding more coal on the fire.
People get their ire up about something like that, and they basically get on social media. They shame the studio, and before you know it, Sonic the Hedgehog is sitting on the couch next to Kevin Spacey, going, "I guess this is what happens."
That is not what we're. That's Stefan.
We got. I mean, Kevin Spacey got bounced from a movie and replaced, and I mean that's what happened. Am I wrong?
Slightly different stories, I believe. I don't know. He did hang around with a lot of tails, so. So sorry.
I got it.
His son is here.
He hasn't stopped staring at Drew. He wants to know what that magic looks like.
Oh, he's like,
he's reaching for you now. All right. Disney has announced like the next decade of sequels coming.
So we can start saving up.
Disney wants to rule Christmas at the movie theater. They have rescheduled Avatar sequels as well as new Star Wars. We got to come back to that in just a second.
We're going to come back.
Alternating Christmases from 2021 to 2026 or 27. It goes from Avatar 2, which should be out Christmas 2021. Hello, sir. And then it's Star Wars, Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar. For the foreseeable future, they've got like 5 Avatars planned. Why?
I'm going to show you. This is why. This is why there are 5 Avatars planned. This is why.
I want you to know.
All right, James Cameron, because that's why.
I want you to know every father in this studio right now went, What's that green stuff he's
Yeah.
pulling out of there?
Actually, non-fathers too.
That's why there's going to be 5 avatars.
Speaking of Avatar and money, we were discussing Endgame is this close.
It's really close, depending on which list you're looking at.
Yeah, to knocking off the worldwide box office record currently held by Avatar.
Well, actually, on one list that was just from like a week old, it's like 2015 Star Wars: The Force Awakens has the top spot globally, and Avatar's number 2, and Endgame is right behind it, number 3.
Well, we
Top
should
grossing films globally.
We
But again, it's like the internet can't agree, and like there'll be somebody on this going, "No, you dummy, it's this and that." And they'll put links up, and I'm like, and then I'll put up a link
and
with
his
another
name
list.
is Jay Sandler.
Yes, Jason will be the one who does this. We know.
Sorry,
it's you,
Jay. Not sorry. Okay. Well, yes. Endgame. Go see it again. You know you. Oh,
know you
speaking of which,
What?
our music man Drew Bumpus
Hey, Drew.
Hi, Stefan.
had a very special request.
What?
Can we get a spoiler-free review of Endgame?
Yes.
Oh my God! I don't know if
I know the ban has been lifted.
the ban. What, the spoiler ban has been
Yes.
lifted?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
want the spoiler-free review of Endgame?
Yes, because I'm assuming our
Yeah, because I was gonna tell him the spoiler ban was lifted after.
Okay.
See, I don't. You see,
Anatomy of a joke, folks.
I mean,
But no, continue.
the
Continue.
spoiler-free. Okay, of Avengers Endgame. All right.
Stefan, spoiler-free.
Opening scene. Wow! That happened. That happened in front of me. Alright? Then Iron Man and Nebula and Black Widow and Thor and but who else? Ant-Man and
Everybody
Captain Marvel
else.
and Rhodey, they all they go and do a whole bunch of stuff. They do a bunch of stuff. I mean, they do stuff. And then there was a bunch of like, what, really, dude? No. Seriously? You expect me to, okay, that was cool. Whoa, that was really cool. Spoiler alert, Cap does something really cool in this part, and I mean like really cool. And there's a lot of stuff that's like, and it's real, and it's just, there's a, and then, boom. Credits. And there's like no after credits. I will give you that. Don't even, you know what? Just go ahead when the credits roll. There's nothing after it. I'll give you that spoiler. Just go and get your therapy. Really? Go get a glass of chocolate milk and your mom. You think I'm kidding?
Get your mom.
I'm crying now. Now. Just remembering it. I'm crying now. And you just get you some chocolate milk and you call your mom. Because after Endgame, you're gonna need it.
You made this one so nervous. He's eating his book.
Yeah, because it's how it's like that. It's like we're talking Endgame, and he's just like,
All right, go with the joke. Continue the joke.
Oh yeah. Oh, the spoiler ban's been lifted.
oh,
Yes.
really? All
Nailed
right,
it.
well, I'm not gonna do it. For anybody who hasn't seen it, I'm not a jerk like that.
Kane Decent has summed up the review in 4 words: "Cry like a baby."
Yeah,
There's your spoiler.
there's
free
your
review.
cry. Just get ready to cry.
Yeah, but I
Call
know.
your mom. Put her on standby.
I know Kane though. He cries when he trips. Yeah, it's all right though. It's okay. Hey Kane. Yeah, that was very good.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna have to send you to the movies at least once every other week, just
Hey,
so
man,
we can
I'll do it.
continue to do
Spoiler-free movie
reviews.
reviews.
Agreed.
Stefan spoil.
Mhm.
Stefan non-spoil stuff.
Non-spoil stuff. Yes.
Steve's over here like, why did I agree?
Yeah. He said he was a little nervous. I said, trust me, 5 minutes of watching us, you'll be like,
Yeah,
no,
you'd be
it's
like,
fine.
God, I'm smarter than everyone in
You're
this
the
room.
smartest one in the room.
Yes.
Speaking of Disney, just broke today. They are rebooting Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
What?
Starring Josh Gad as Nick Slazinski. Selinsky.
I don't know.
It's what did they call it? It's not a sequel. It's a legacy quel.
Oh, so he's like probably one of the kids that's
He's
all
one of
grown
the.
up? Okay.
I think he's the youngest kid that's grown,
That's grown up? Okay.
And I think they're just going to call it Shrunk. You get sleepy, you can take a nap.
Okay.
Spoiler-free reviews. Take
So it's
a
kind of
walk
like, you know,
sometimes.
the old, like the Flubber movies from back in the... If you're old enough, if you're like me and you're old enough to remember like the Disney Flubber movies, you know, and you had like Flubber and Son of Flubber
Yeah.
and all that, you know. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, but not like Son of the Mask.
We know there's some things we just don't talk about.
Something you
What's
can
wrong
never
with you?
forget.
I'll tell you one thing we talk about. Flicks.
I got it this time. Let's talk about flicks, baby. Let's talk about what we'll see. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things in movies. Let's talk about flicks.
Yeah!
Look at that. Still a piece of the book in his mouth.
Does that taste good?
And there's a smile.
Mm.
More book.
There's still more.
Oh!
Stop chewing.
He's gonna eat it.
Oh!
Open it up.
Oh! See, this
We're
is...
gonna witness the
Parenting.
Heimlich maneuver live on Facebook.
Welcome to Parenting 101. I am your guest teacher.
Wow, don't shake his hand.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, go get him.
Yeah, there,
Go
you,
get him.
there you go.
I dare you. Go
Felix
get him.
is the man.
Not happening. May 14th,
May 14th.
tomorrow.
Yeah, is that tomorrow?
Yes, that is
All right,
tomorrow.
okay.
Coming to Netflix, Still Laughing. The stars celebrate the 1960s sketch comedy show Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Okay.
Billy Crystal, Tiffany Haddish, Michael Douglas, Jay Leno, Neil Patrick Harris, Rita Morano, Bill Maher, all sorts of people paying tribute. Of course, I wasn't there. Stefan, tell me about Laugh-In.
Well, what makes you think I was there? Because I
Come
was
on,
there,
that was so smooth you almost didn't notice.
I was there immediately after Laughing.
Right, so you caught the
think.
replay.
I think.
You caught the replay.
I'm pretty sure it was just in syndication when I came along. But anyway, yes, I do remember. It's where I first fell in love with Goldie Hawn.
Oh,
Because it seems like literally every episode she was in a bikini, and she was the only one, and they made her wear a bikini, and it was the 1970s, and I was like his age, and it was just like pretty, you know. So that, I mean, seriously, boys in the 1970s, that literally our entire thought process. Pretty. And so Goldie Hawn was it.
I haven't seen him make a pretty face at anything yet.
Well, you know, in the 1970s, we didn't have as many things to distract us from girls, so we noticed them early.
So at 13 months, you were going.
Yeah.
"Ah."
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's see here. What else is going on? Oh, May 17th, this Friday, John Wick 3.
He's going to
Parabellum.
shoot a whole bunch of people in the face.
Stefan, I've seen no John Wick movies. Give me a spoiler-free review of John
Everyone
Wick.
gets shot in the face. I mean, there's nothing else that you can say about a John Wick movie. I mean, everyone gets shot in the face. So if you like watching dozens of people take bullets to the face, then you want to see John Wick. I mean, you want to say, well, what's it about? It's about Keanu Reeves shooting people in the face. Why? Because that's how Keanu Reeves shoots people, in the face. That's a John Wick thing. I don't know.
Is it still about the dog, or is he just pissed off about something else?
There's a
now?
dog in there. I think the dog
Like, I
somehow...
only saw the first one, but
The
it
dog
died
somehow
before.
motivates it, but it's not like the dog... It's not the son of Sam. The dog didn't tell him to shoot everybody in the face. He just did.
Spoilers.
Kane just calls it headshot.
Yeah, exactly. No, face shot.
Face shot.
Because it's almost like he goes out of his way to shoot you in the face. It's like if you turn your head, he goes, you know, to get to your face. So yeah, go see John Wick 3. They've got to triple the face shot count. I mean, it's just got to be.
Okay, I'm glad I asked. May 24th, that is next Friday, Brightburn.
Oh yes.
So, I'm not sure how they got away with it, but it looks like somebody made a movie out of what if Superman was a bad guy?
Yeah, I mean it's a fair question. You take someone with phenomenal cosmic power, so to speak, and you know, I mean, and he's a child, and you put him in a different environment, you know, and so instead of Kal-El being raised by, the Boy Scout that was Jonathan Kent, you get whoever this kid is in this movie with a similar, alien on a planet that he has different, biological and physical properties. So he's somehow enhanced. He's super. He has all of the same, at least according to the trailer that I've seen, he seems to have all of the same hallmarks of Superman: heat vision, flight, super strength, speed, all that stuff. But instead of being someone who, grows up with the lessons of truth, justice, and the American way, he just kind of like, hey, I wonder what it would be like to make you pee on yourself and, and die horribly. Because that just appears to be what he is. He's a psychopath.
So if you adopted Felix instead of me,
Yeah, basically, yes.
that's what.
Yes.
is on.
Yeah, he would shoot everybody in the face.
Wait, is this
John Wick 4.
John Wick 4, Felix Wick.
Felix?
Felix Wick. Shooting everybody. But yeah, Brightburn looks like it's going to be really good.
It does look interesting. And of course, next Friday, this is a pretty big one. The live-action remake of Aladdin.
Again, talking about phenomenal cosmic power.
Ah, I see what you did. That was very well done.
That's right. That's
did you
how
know you were doing that during Brightburn?
Yes, I did. That's how a joke works.
Wow, that's good.
Just so you know.
That's
That's how a
good.
joke works.
Very well done.
So, anyway, what do you think about Aladdin? I mean, seriously. My first question was, do we really need this? But
Well, do we really need any of this?
Yeah.
Boy, I'm gonna get heat for this.
you're gonna, but let's do it.
Nobody's ever gonna replace a Robin Williams
No.
role.
No.
But I'm stuck to find somebody better than Will Smith to attempt it.
I agree.
Okay,
I
get heat in the room at least.
No, I'm serious. It's like, here's the thing, and the reason I say that, I was skeptical on the front end
Sure.
when they announced it. When I heard it,
Sure.
I've seen the trailers a number of times, and I actually really liked his interpretation of the genie based solely on the trailers. Now I'm looking at him going, you know what? I don't think he's going to suck.
No, I don't think so.
It'll be different, but
That's my other question. I haven't watched. What have they done live action remakes of already?
Oh,
They've done the
Jungle
Jungle Book. Dumbo
Dumbo.
was recent.
New Cinderella, I think.
they've done this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
I haven't watched any of these.
Me either.
I don't know how closely they're sticking.
I watched the Jungle Book. I will tell you this. I did see the live action Jungle Book.
Is it essentially a shot for shot?
No,
remake?
gosh, no.
Okay.
Not at all. Oh, in the Lion King coming too?
Yeah, that's
the
later
live
this
action.
summer.
Yeah. Well, Jungle Book is the only one that I've seen,
Okay.
and I was a huge fan of the original Disney Jungle Book. I'd never read at that time Rudyard Kipling's original Jungle Book series, but I loved the Disney one. And this is not a shot-for-shot remake of it, but I thought it was a fair and enjoyable, very entertaining retelling of what I believe was a Disney classic. So it's not that I haven't avoided these movies; I just haven't gotten around to watching them yet.
I'm very interested in Aladdin. I'm also casting an eye that way because I hear the big one jumping around. I'm interested in Aladdin because Aladdin is the first movie I remember ever seeing in a theater.
Yeah.
So I thought about taking Chandler to that one, but he likes The Lion King more, so we'll probably wait. Plus, he's 4.5. It's hard to sit still for an hour and a half.
I know.
All right. Well,
I mean, it's hard. I'm 46. It's hard for me to sit still, but I got a large prostate. I could pee a lot. So, anyway, you were
I bet
saying
Endgame was a dilemma.
it was. It really was.
Yeah.
oh, you're talking about when he went to see the movie.
Oh, yeah, yes.
See, that's how a joke works.
That's how it's going to work.
Oh, that was fun. All right, I can't believe I'm doing this. Guys, what are you doing?
You better hope I remember this.
You're off camera, so it's fine.
Video games or Netflix shows, movies or music or books on the go. Bring it all up, cause we want to know, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Right.
Pulling that out. He had to stand up to pull that
Sure
one out.
did.
This is where we just take a very quick moment and say, what are you doing? Because let's face it, you can only spend so much time with your family. I realize the irony as I say it out loud. What are you doing, Stefan? What are you doing in your free time right now? Where's your free time going?
To be honest with you, I'm binge watching things mostly on Netflix.
What's the last good thing you watched?
Dead to Me on Netflix.
Oh,
Same.
So we're all in agreement that Netflix show is just. I tweeted at Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini last night. I finished it in like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Because I had to take a break. Because it's like it's 10 episodes, 30 minutes each. At episode 6, I had to stop and walk away. I had to go, you know what? No, I got to get out of this for a minute. And I watched other stuff and did other things. And then came back last night and finished it. And it's one of the better things, it's one of the most incredible things that I've seen as far as bingeable original shows on Netflix. It really, it feels like, I described it today to a coworker, it feels like it should be ridiculous. You're watching, you're thinking, I should hate this. This feels like it should be ridiculous, but it doesn't. It doesn't feel ridiculous at all. It draws you in. Linda Cardellini and Christina Applegate with powerhouse performances. They play you like a harp. And you just get sucked in, and by the end, by that last episode, you're just like, I mean, it's serious. It's like you just inhaled, and now you can't exhale until season 2 drops. So now I'm trying to breathe. It's just that good.
I think that's a pretty good. What are you doing? Because I know I've already finished it. Sounds like Will's already been through it.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the way, but
He's working on it.
Oh yeah, get ready.
And I've been telling Drew to get to it.
Yeah, it's next on our list.
It's next on Steven's list.
Dead to Me.
Dead to Me on Netflix. You just got the full Wicket endorsement. All right, all hell's
Felix
about
is
to break
having none
loose.
of it. Felix is just like, whatever.
All right, all hell's about to break loose. This sounds like a
Felix is
good
like,
time to introduce our guest.
Oh yeah.
Stefan, why don't you introduce our guest? I'll be right back.
I don't hang on. I don't actually know him.
Yes, you do. You got his name.
Where? I don't see.
Steven Matters.
Where is it? It just says interview guest. All right. Our guest today is Stefan. No, wait, that's me. Steven Metters. Please welcome Steven Metters from Replay in Muscle Shoals. All right.
Take Adam's spot.
Yes, you can shake my hand. I haven't been digging around in a child's mouth. So, Steven. Oh, Adam's back. You know what you want your...
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
took your
It's
seat.
fine.
Okay.
What's up, brother? I didn't wash.
Okay.
Wow. Hi, Steven.
So I'm going to awkwardly sit here while you conduct the interview that you prepared across me.
Well, no, it's fine. We've all been to. I hope we've all been to Replays in Muscle Shoals. Tell us about the store. Just give us the basic for the people living under a rock who haven't been there yet.
We sell video games, video game accessories, movies. That's about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, why
Collectibles
replays?
now.
Why replays? The name is it a play on?
Yeah, it's more just on the pre-owned games. Everything we sell is pre-owned. We don't sell anything new.
Okay.
So it's almost all been owned by a different customer.
Oh, I got you.
I love going to Replays. I bug Steven on about a weekly basis, telling him whatever it is I'm thinking I need to add to my collection.
Like 2 a.m. on a Sunday. Oh shit!
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah,
You saw that?
that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
Asking
okay.
him
It's the internet.
No.
asking him for pricing.
All right, so okay. Well, how does it work? Replay. I mean, I have shelves of DVDs, Blu-rays, video games, PS2 video games, Xbox One games. If I decide that some of these things I can or want to part with, and I come to Replay, how does that process work?
Right. Just load it up, bring it to us, and we just kind of scan the item into the computer
Mm-hmm.
and see how many copies we have and what we can give you on it.
Okay.
You know, a lot of time it's, we sell a movie for generally $3.99 and $4.99, and you're probably going to get $2 to $2.50 in credit back on that to spend in the store.
Right on.
It's one of my I don't want to say hobbies because I don't do it that much, but it's one of my I'm a husband, I'm a father with 2 children now. It's been a year and I still struggle saying that. It's one of my my fun things to do. A year before Felix got here, so maybe a year and a half or so ago, Rachel and I were rearranging the living room, and she said, "Man, we've got too many movies." I said, "Yeah, we do." Can
Only
I?
a woman would say that. I just want
No.
let's be clear. Only a woman would ever say, we've got too many movies. And a smart husband would go, yes, honey, you're right. We
Well,
do.
Okay, good. 'Cause
What can I do for you to make you happy?
that's pretty much what I did.
Let's take them to replays.
No, I'll tell you exactly what I did. I said, "Can I trade them in?" She said, "For what?" I said, "I don't know. Video game something?" She goes, "Sure." I cleaned out our movie collection, went to Replays, got a Switch.
You got like a stick? With
A Nintendo Switch.
what's that? Is that the thing my son has?
A $300 stick.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a really expensive stick.
Yeah.
I think my son has something that's kind of flat and like this.
A little
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
A little awkward.
Okay. That's
You can carry it around, or you can dock it and play it on the TV.
So you traded in a bunch of stuff and got a Switch?
I traded in a whole bunch of movies, got a Switch, paid like $20.
Really?
Yeah, a
How many-
$300 thing.
How many movies did you turn in?
It was cartons. There
Wow.
were boxes.
Wow.
But it was tremendous, and I like going in there because you never know what you're going to find. I know this is not an exact comparison, but Steven's kind of like comic book men for movies and games.
Oh, really? See, now I can dig that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
And
kind
we
of
do take everything now. I mean, back then we only took movies and video games and systems, but now, I mean, we take statues, Deadpool statues. You know, there's one in the store right now.
Really?
Doctor Strange, pop figures.
What's one of the weirdest things you've ever traded for? Or
We have people-
weirdest, coolest, or just
The coolest thing that ever came in the store was a copy of Little Samson. It's an original Nintendo game that came out towards the end of the system's life, and it back then, 6 years ago, it was going for about $1,000 for a Nintendo game.
what'd you get him? $27?
No,
No, it's not Pawn Stars.
He didn't actually want to sell it to us. He was selling it on eBay himself, so he wanted me to test it for him to make sure it worked before he sold it on eBay.
Interesting.
But I still got to play a $1,000 game, you know, to test it. So that was really neat.
Wow.
Whoa, and it really sells for $1,000.
Oh, it's probably more now. I think last time I looked it up, it's like $1,200.
What about what's the oldest game system that you probably have games for?
Probably just the Nintendo right now, the original Nintendo. We do have some Atari games that come in every once in a while, but the
Like
Ataris,
2600?
yeah. But they're so old and outdated now. You can't even hook them up to a TV, like a current TV, to even test them.
Really?
Yeah,
They don't have
because they had the
yeah.
they didn't have the inputs. They
Yeah,
had
Yeah, the
Atari-
RF switcher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Ataris had like 2 prongs that came out of the
Mhm.
box that you'd have to stick into the TV and then screw them into the TV.
Yes.
Yeah, I know because I'm old enough
Yeah.
to actually have done that.
I
My
had-
dad would make me unplug it so he could watch TV, and then when I wanted to play it, I'd have to plug it back in.
It's the first system we had growing up. Frogger and
Yeah.
Space Invaders.
So,
Yeah.
what if somebody walked in and they had a copy of like the old Atari 2600 ET?
We got the instruction manual for that. We didn't have the cartridge, but they
Oh.
had the manual. And we sold it, I think, on eBay for like $3. It's
Really?
not worth anything, yeah.
No, but the game itself, surely.
You know, I'm not really sure.
Because, I mean, you know
Yeah.
the lore surrounding the ET game.
Right,
You know
there's a
that-
whole documentary on that.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
They-
Yeah.
But got all the remaining copies and buried them in the landfill somewhere.
So
Harrison Ford's out there trying to dig them up now. Probably
That-
ruin
that's-
all of them.
That's going to be the 5th Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
without incriminating yourself, I know it's a fun store, but it is still retail.
Yeah,
so
it is,
I'm
yeah.
curious. We've talked about some high dollar stuff that has come. Let me ask this follow up: Is Little Samson like the highest value thing you've seen come through?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
It is.
so what's the least value? Like, what's the crazy? Give us a couple of the crazy customer stories of when they think they're going to get something out of it. What have you seen?
I love NASCAR memorabilia.
Really?
Like a guy came in and just when we first started doing the collectible stuff, you know, he brought in just boxes of Dale Earnhardt and Gordon and all
Sounds
that. And
about right.
these were like they were priceless to him.
Right.
Like you know, he thought he was going to get a lot out of them, but he also had sentimental value with them. And I just sat him down and we looked over sold listings on eBay. And I was like, look, this is what your priceless Dale Earnhardt Coca-Cola is worth about $250. You know, so I don't even want to offer you anything on it because I can tell you love this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, he just ended up, oh, thank you, took it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
A lot of comic books. You know, people think comic books from the '90s are worth a lot of money
No.
because the '90s are so old now.
No.
You're like, I'm sorry, your Uncanny X-Men is not worth it. anything, unfortunately.
What about autographed copies of?
It's hard with autographs because we just don't have any way to authenticize it. You know, like we had a guy at one of our other stores buy a baseball card. I don't even remember what it was, but it was something that would have been worth a lot of money. And we just couldn't ever end up selling it because there is no way to prove that, you know, that Babe Ruth really signed that rookie card.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
They haven't gone full comic book men yet.
No.
However, the times they are changing. They keep adding new things. You mentioned the Deadpool statue right now. What else cool have you seen in there lately?
The last really cool thing we got that my wife was like, just shut up, stop talking about it, was a working TurboGrafx. And I've never even seen one in person.
Which, was that what was...
It's not even second, like it's some other company, I think, and I could be wrong. I don't know a whole lot about that. I wish Sean Bruce was here. He would know everything about it. He works with me.
Someday we're going to put Sean and Jay in a room and just watch them talk.
No, we should. I told him.
Until the paint comes off.
Like if we do this, you know, if I do this again, I'm going to send you up there one day so you can have this experience too.
It's awesome, man. If you haven't been to Replays, you're on Woodward Avenue, right next to Wendy's.
Right next to Wendy's, and where Coffee and Teas used to be.
Right. And well, it's 7:35. No kids are watching us, anyways. You guys are also doing. You've also got a vape section now.
We
for
do.
Anybody interested?
Yeah, pretty much half the store is a full service vape store now. The owner called us a few months ago and said, "Hey, we're putting a vape store in." And we all kind of went, "Well, oh, okay," and we all vaped. You know,
That's cool.
Like, well, yeah, this is going to be something. And honestly, it's kept us a lot busier as video games are. You know, moving more digital, there are days where we're just slow. You know, GameStop's affected by that. Everybody is. And that's, you know, just going to help keep us going.
Right.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to figure out how to word this so as nobody feels awkward about it. To the potential new customer out there, why come to Replays instead of GameStop? Aside from smiling faces.
And a vape star.
No, yeah, that's true. They don't have that. I should have done some research. Generally, we do. You know, you can look up what GameStop is going to pay you on their website.
Man,
Yeah.
they're a local business.
They are
That's
a local
right.
business.
They are a local business in your town, in your community.
What?
And
And-
the more you support small business, local business, you are doing more. Trust me, you are doing more for your local economy than you realize.
That's right. You know, you're paying to send our kids to school, and you know,
That's absolutely
and
right.
we do generally pay more than
Support
GameStop
local
does.
business.
Yeah.
Support local business.
We actually have a really good relationship with all the GameStops around here, though. You know, we send people to them, they send people to us. We've had GameStop send people to us around Christmas because our Xbox 360s were cheaper, and people there were just like, I can't afford that. I'm like, we'll go to Replays. It's a little bit cheaper there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of
That's
nice.
cool,
when we all
man.
get along. You know, even the other.
See,
vape
that's
stores,
gamer
you know.
culture, though. That's what that is. That's
Right.
gamer culture. You know, y'all looking out for each other. Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
Word.
Yeah, that did actually. A little bit.
All right, we're gonna play an improv game before we get out of here, Steven.
I'm terrible at this. So
Well,
We're all, so are we.
No, I think this is gonna be right up your alley. This game is called Badly Described. So it's real simple. Guys, anybody watching right now, start commenting with anything and everything, video game, movie related. I need titles. I need The Princess Bride. I need Star Wars. I need Avengers Endgame. Any titles. Super Mario Brothers. If it's a video game or a movie, just start commenting titles. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to badly describe those titles. For instance, The Princess Bride. My favorite movie ever. Badly describe The Princess Bride, Stefan.
Badly described. Poor guy wins girl by becoming murderous criminal.
Let's see here. The one I came up with was hate crimes against six-fingered people.
Yeah. Okay.
Steven, you got a badly described for The Princess Bride?
I have nothing.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's
Billy
okay.
Crystal. Yeah.
It'll be a miracle. What kind of titles are popping up, Will? What do we got?
Well, none.
None. All right, Will, Give me a
You could
title.
have lied.
Let's say
It's okay to
making
lie.
juice
It's
from? I don't
okay to
know.
lie, Will.
Where do I start?
this isn't my job. It's my first day. Jurassic Park 3.
Jurassic Park 3. Let's see here. Badly described Jurassic
It's the one
Park.
where they go to the city, right? They're like, hey, we're just going to take the T-Rex back with us this time.
Well, that's 2.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, what's the third one?
That's the one where they go back to
Oh,
the
Sam
island.
Neill's back in, right?
Yeah, his son goes and gets
The talking raptor on the plane in the dream.
I think you just badly described it.
Oh, yeah. Yay!
What else we got? Give us, Stefan, give us a title.
Oh,
Something to badly describe.
oh wow! Badly describe. Indiana Jones
Indiana Jones.
and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Which one's that?
The first one.
Okay, the first one. All right. Only seen it.
I think he's gonna hurt himself.
I've only seen it like twice, and it's been a long time.
The Nazis and the heads and the
Oh!
explosions.
Badly describe Indiana Jones, the first one. National treasure, but not as good.
Wow!
Oh.
Wow!
That's where the hate's going to
Really?
come from. All of the hate.
Really? I don't want to play with you anymore.
And we've lost all our viewers.
I don't want to play with you
Well,
anymore.
fine. You badly
I think
describe
there's
it.
signs outside now.
Oh God! Badly described Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Atheist archaeology teacher goes on safari with the the mother of his future children, and discovers God.
Doesn't Alex have a joke about that?
I don't remember.
It sounds like a lifetime.
That was for you, and it's like I didn't even think of anything, so I just made that up.
Steven? Badly
Uh,
described?
Insane teacher breaks priceless artifact.
There you go.
Will, do you have a badly described?
Oh, yeah, I've got one. Let's see. College professor pursues Nazis after magic jukebox.
I love him. Can we go with that one? Can we put that on the IMDb
Use
stuff?
it all of them. It's fine. Steven, give us a badly described. What do you want to hear us butcher?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. It's like Endgame, but with no superhero.
It's like
Oh, I'm gonna snap, Marty.
I was gonna say, high school dork goes on time safari with possible pedophile
For a minute, I thought it was.
to meet his parents and save his own existence.
Christopher Lloyd is calling his attorney right now.
I'm just saying, Doc was kind of weird.
Sitting on
Okay,
a couch with
Doc
Kevin
was
Spacey
kind of
inside.
weird.
And that's how a joke
That's how a
goes.
joke
That's a
goes. Yeah,
callback.
that's a call.
Steven, you got a badly described?
Back to the Future.
Kid-friendly Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Oh.
See?
see,
That feels accurate.
way better. Terrible at this game.
What was I going to say? Reverend Jim's next job. See?
Ooh,
Taxi
yeah.
reference.
I get it.
Nick at Night kid right here. Wow. I didn't get laugh in, but I got the Nick at Night taxi replays. What else we got, Will? Any comments? Is anybody even watching?
Well, we've got watchers. They're just being very silent. But how
Okay.
about Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, the one with the whales?
Okay, I'm going to attempt this.
We could just read the box art, you know. Just,
Badly described Star Trek 4.
The one with the whales.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Gilligan's Island in space.
See, that intrigues me, though.
no, yeah.
Steven?
I don't even know if I have anything for that one. Something about J.J. Abrams and lens flares. Maybe it would have been better.
Would have been better with J.J. Abrams' lens flares.
Jim Kirk hijacks Klingon bird of prey to go fishing.
Yes.
See, now I'm interested. Maybe badly described.
You're way better at this game than any of us.
Well,
you know that.
it's all right.
I get bored.
And you just sit around thinking of ways to badly describe. Okay.
Yeah,
I feel
or
like
I'll,
Kevin Smith would love this game. This is
Probably.
what Clerks was.
Probably.
Give us one more, Stefan.
Oh, really? All right, Clerks.
Oh, I can't badly describe Clerks. What happens at replays when nobody's watching?
You stole mine. Yeah.
Sadly, my, a fictionalized version of my high school experience. I'm not even supposed to be here today. I am Dante Hicks. I am Dante Hicks.
I stole it already.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
What he said.
Yeah.
Will?
I'll definitely be back next week.
I'm going for that low-hanging fruit. Empire was the best Star Wars.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. We've got one more thing to do, though. Stefan, I'm gonna leave. Steven, you hang out for a second.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming tonight. Again, if you have not been to Replays on Woodward Avenue in Muscle Shoals, get your tail over there. Support the local business. Support the friendly folk, and trade in all your high value games so I can get the slightly cheaper prices there, because kids, man. I had to kick Drew out to go watch the kids, man. That's what happens.
He did.
We lost a good one.
That's right.
He's dead now.
Shot in the face.
You know what?
Right in the face.
In the face.
You know what? Matter of fact, all three of us out of here. Will, come on in and wrap this thing up for us.
But
We
who's
just-
going to ding the bell?
That's okay, Will. Come right on in.
Dude, there's like... We've had so many. We had like Jurassic Park, Call of Duty, Against the Crooked Sky.
They did
Indiana
pop
Jones,
up on the phone.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, they did
Beautiful
pop up.
Mind, Walk the Line. We had a whole bunch of...
Beautiful Mind would have been good.
Oh yeah, Beautiful Mind would have been great.
Well, kids, we've learned a lot here on Monday Night Live tonight, and I'd just like to go over a few things so that you, the viewer, our valued viewers, who we love so much, will know what we have given you today and what you need to take with you in the coming weeks. Firstly, in the Mirror Universe, this show is called Monday Night Evil. Felix is not impressed with Adam's guitar skills in the least. Sharks are in the sea. Sonic and Kevin Spacey hang out with a lot of tails. Endgame is so emotional, you will eat your book. John Wick 3, Face Shot. John Wick 4, Feewick. And Stefan should get his prostate checked out by a medical professional. Or perhaps Adam. And Replays. Wicket tested, wife approved. To close, I believe it was Walt Whitman who once wrote, and if you'll excuse me if I use the original language, Yubnub. E-chub yubnub. A toe me toe peachy king, ganoop doc fling ooh ah. As important today as it was when he first wrote it. Drew, play us out.
It's a sad day, but not a bad day, 'cause the show has reached its ending. Oh, but don't cry, we'll see you next time.